I saw Madam Savvy post this thread about AMD doing some DEI programming. And I was like, you know what? I'm always here. I'll pull up a chair anytime Madam Savvy has something to say about DEI or threads or really anything. Because anytime she has something to say, it's typically pretty interesting. And she's putting the work in behind it. So I genuinely appreciate everything she's doing. And I was going to cover this on my own, but I chatted with her prior to this talking about this, and she said she was going to cover it herself. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll just react to you because you're the one that did all the research. So it would make more sense to have people hear it from you and then react to it. But one of the things that I really want to touch on here is Cypher is a part of this situation. And for those of you that don't remember Cypher, we talked about this person regarding the gifts that were given to her when she was crying about Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red and how she was trying to get them canceled. And then they sent her the deluxe copy, the huge box of Cyberpunk and all this cool swag and everything, hundreds of dollars worth of merch. And then the next day she's talking all great things about CD Projekt Red and how amazing they are. And we're like, oh, okay. So she's one of these people. And she worked in the game industry. She got laid off about 4 months ago now. I don't remember exactly where it was, but she got laid off with the company she was working at. And I was like, this person, hopefully she finds a job at a bank or something and gets the hell out of the game industry. But nope. It sounds like she's now being sponsored by AMD Gaming because, I mean, she's black and she's a girl. I guess, like, if you're trying to tell me that she has experience in the industry, like, what does she provide? What insight does she have that people care about? Genuinely asking. Besides just she's black and a girl. What does she actually offer? And if there's no answer to that, then she's a DEI hire. Madam Savvy on X says, AMD doing some DEI programming because, of course, our favorite little skin gremlin with zero audience and skills has to keep up the free products flowing somehow. Now, again, this is talking about Cypher, who I mentioned earlier. Keep in mind, Cypher is the one who was the 15-tweet diatribe about CDPR, calling them irredeemably transphobic, racist, and sexist, then got given free products by them, and suddenly the name calling stopped. Funnily, though, it was originally begging NVIDIA for free products, but jumped ship a year after. And this comes from AMD Gaming saying, join the fun this week on AMD's Twitch channel. And I swear to God, these corporations are so out of touch with who cares about anything that who has anything to say. They're hiring whoever they see and they're like, oh, you have experience on social media? Sure, I guess we'll bring you in. You're marginalized? Even better. We got you, girl. Sign here. There will be live streams every day featuring your favorite AMD Red team members. Bognuggis, Hip Hop Gamer, Sanu Chizan, Nerdy Netty, Tiffany Witcher, who looks like I'm blocked. Never heard of him. Cypher of Tyre, who looks like I'm blocked. Not surprised. Technique, which has 24 followers. And Coco Confession, who untagged themselves in the official promotion of it. Be sure to follow for go live notifications. Twitch TV/AMD. Why? Why? Like, what? Why would anyone even care? Well, I don't understand. Like, what even this is? You show a picture of a bunch of random nobodies and be like, this is the AMD Red team. Make sure you follow. Savvy says, they hid the tweet talking about hidden replies. Things are going great over under the AMD comment section. What in the DEI is this? What the fuck is this shit? Why hire these rotten apples? Yellow Flash. Will this panel be calling our managers if we don't watch? Oh, Madam Savvy. Did Cypher write a 15-tweet diatribe calling you guys irredeemably racist and transphobic to get the free stuff? Or is this just a tax write-off because DEI? I love a good grifter. And this is Madam Savvy coming with the receipts because holy shit. Cyberpunk 2077 E3 demo has weak gunplay and unimaginative stereotypes for rock, paper, shotgun. And then look at all the free stuff she got. This is the Rockstar energy drink, GeForce RTX 3080, and a Cyberpunk collector's edition. All this free swag, Cyberpunk chair. They sent her everything. Everything. And then she stopped complaining about him. Funny how that works. Nettie says, let's go. And Nettie somehow has 36,000 followers. UK Twitch partner, Pride Guild member, ambassador, liaison, DIY, Corsair, AMD Red Team. Okay. Sanchu Sonata, let's go. Laughing my ass off. This is DEI level of stupid. Stop supporting Twitch. Cringe DEI clown show. Do you seriously think this will translate to sales? None of these people deserve a second of our time, nor will they bring you any audience they told you about. Thanks. I know what processor not to build with going forward. Come on, at least get technique correct. Twitter at, oh, that's funny. They didn't even get the right Twitter. That's hysterical. Total DEI, millennial energy. Stop giving money to vile grifters. Whoever is running your account is a pussy. They can't handle criticism. Every time you hide me, I'll keep going. So they're getting toasted in the comment section. But Madam Savvy continues. And here we have the actual specifics of what she was saying. Weird how someone with zero audience keeps getting free things. It's almost like it uses its little DEI BS to wiggle into these circles. Thanks to the fine folks over at NVIDIA GeForce, I'll be checking out the Cyberpunk 2077 launch day. I'll show off DLSS and RTX options with the 3080 FE GeForce partner. New GPU? Who dis? Trying out the AMD Radeon 6800X thanks to AMD Gaming. Come hang out. Well, which one is it? Is she pushing NVIDIA or is she pushing AMD? I'm so confused. Remember, if you want free stuff, just call companies like CD Projekt Red transphobic and racist. If anyone else did this, they'd be permablocked. But because it's DEI skin grifter, all sorts of freebies. Wow. Okay, so here's the actual post of the stuff, so we can actually zoom in and see it here. This is how she started off. Well, let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077 in this RPS article, hot off the press from E3. So much to, Last year, I was hyped for this game, but in that year since, well, CD Projekt just failed to keep me interested. Why? Transphobia. And now it's racist BS. They fired that community guy. Get over it. Assuming you actually read it, I'm guessing a good chunk of CDUR fans haven't. Let's start with the RPS line of racial depiction. At one point, V, the player character, mockingly says, and who are them? In response to Placid's pronunciation. So we've got fake AAV. Wait, she's getting mad at someone saying, who are them? And she's the same girl that said, new GPU, who dis? I can't with these people. She keeps going. If you play through the game, you'll see that they're not mostly black people. It's mixed. Everything is black and white to her. Looking at color, looking at everything she can. Trying to claim victimhood on everything. This person is an HR nightmare. And somehow she is continually getting employed at these companies. An overview about half the size of her using dude is offensive. Wait, what? Using the word dude is offensive, apparently. This is Savvy from November 2024. Unfriendly reminder. Dude is not a gender neutral term No matter how much you try to explain it. Someone greets me with dude in the chat, I'm going to correct you every time. You argue that is it, then I'm out of there. This dude needs to chill. I mean, she needs to understand that people come from different parts of the planet and they speak differently. Like me, coming from the beaches of San Diego, we call people dude all the time. They can be a girl, they can be a boy. Typically, if there's someone like Cypher, it's like followed by the word chill because everything she says, she's completely unhinged. So it's dude, chill. Out with the old, in with the new upgrade. Can't just be a fat black woman, have to be a fat black they. Because as we know, woman is no longer diverse. Many DEI infected places are proudly 40-60 split or whatever they moan about. It was also a writer somehow for the shutdown Wonder Woman game. Oh yeah, she was the Wonder Woman game. That's where she was. These posts are protected, and Wonder Woman got shut down. Failed at pushing games, promoting games. Failed at pushing racism. Failed at pushing transphobic stuff. Failed at working on Wonder Woman, and now at Monolith, and then now working at AMD. And AMD is now hiding replies. So Chernobyl Fruit Salad says their whole model of coming into the gaming industry is to just get free shit and propagandize you. Weird how companies just let that slide. I almost feel like if AMD actually knew who they were hiring, they'd be like, what the hell are we doing? But this is so far removed from people that are actually in charge at AMD that they probably have no idea what's actually happening. These are people that's like, you didn't even vet these people. Clearly, I don't know anything about the other ones, but if you're hiring Cypher, that tells me you didn't vet anybody. And everyone else here is completely sus because Cypher's here. So if I was any of these people, I'd be like, I don't actually want to be associated with this because she's there. That's a problem. That's a problem. Now my brand is impacted because now I look like I'm just like you, even if I might not be. Because if they're hiring you, that means they'll hire anyone. And yikes, if that's the case. But I'll leave that one there.